This is the Spruce Railroad Trail, and this is the first tunnel that was blown through the mountain. This is basically we're underneath Pyramid Peak. This trail was built by the Army during World War I to pull spruce out for biplanes for the war effort. And unfortunately for the war effort, they finished it on Armistice Day. I mean, these guys broke records in their backs getting this done for the war. And they finished it on the day the war was over. Since this has all become park, this has all become trail. So this is the first tunnel on this trail. Now the trail up here used to be completely hidden. I was one of the, you know, I started bringing people up here, but most people just walked right past this and didn't even know, because the other end of the tunnel was completely blocked off. So if you come in here, and it's like God was playing pixie sticks with railroad ties, and he threw them all across here. So, and there's a couple feet of water on the bottom of this tunnel, and you can see the little light of the opening at the end. So it's very dangerous to cross over those logs. I mean, it's just, I've done it once, and and my light went out, and I was stuck in the middle and had to do the rest of it with just a Bic lighter. And then when I got out to the other side, it's not the way it is today. It was just this tiny hole you crawled out, and all of a sudden you're on the side of Pyramid Peak Mountain, just kind of a little ways up there, so it was kind of spooky. I may or may not have lit off an M80 in here once. This is a really special spot for me on the trail. I was mountain biking with Rebecca Primus, and we were coming up, we're right before the punch bowl, before you drop down to the bridge, and we heard somebody screaming. And Rebecca looked out, and there's a guy who had capsized his canoe. And he didn't have a life jacket on, and he didn't swim very well. And he was slipping off the top of the canoe, and the canoe was looking to sink soon. And Rebecca ran down here, jumped into the water, swam. I don't swim well, so I wasn't gonna help him. So she swam out there, put him in the whole rescue carry, swam him all the way back in, and saved that guy's vacation and life for sure. So I love to tell people that story. So this is the second tunnel on the Spruce Railroad Trail, and another really special spot for me. Come on, boy. I've spent a lot of time here. I think out of all the places on the trail that I've I'd sit hours for here and read and write, and my favorite activity here is to throw rocks into the lake. So this is the second tunnel on the Spruce Railroad Trail, and this is kind of new for the trail itself. It was never really open out in the back. There was a good opening like this on this side, but it wasn't open like that on the back. And in fact, if you cross this tunnel, you'd come out kind of high on the mountain, and that made it really difficult.
Tell me what this tunnel was used for.
Well, this was the railroad tunnel that hauled all the spruce out, but originally it was for building biplanes for World War I. The Army built it along with some other logging groups. It's actually pretty decent in here. It's far less dangerous than that other tunnel. If you're coming from Log Cabin, this is the last major feature of the Spruce Railroad Trail. You know, it's not too far to the parking lot after this. And this trail, it started it all for me. I mean, it just made me, I just couldn't believe the flowers, the water, the colors of Lake Crescent. It just blew my mind. And it just became one of my favorite places right away. I felt safe. I felt at home. It's like going to church for me. This whole place. This is where I feel closest to God, closest to my own spirituality. And the more I can be at one with the Olympics, the better my life seems to go. And now that I've got my buddy Charlie with me, it's like all brand new again. This is Charlie's first time doing a mountain bike ride. And that's another thing about this Spruce. It is the best mountain bike first ride that anybody could ever take. They ride this trail the first time, their first mountain bike ride, they will be mountain bikers from then on. You got them hooked. I think, you know, if anything, I hope they don't pave it, but I think they're going to. And it's a shame. It'll really, I mean, the bike industry should just try to save it for the fact that it hooks people on the sport of bicycling, mountain biking. But the Spruce was here, and it opened my mind to the whole Olympics. And then later, when you want access to all these different places, when I first got here, the Spruce was always the way in and the way out. Spruce accesses you everywhere. It takes you to the Sourdough Ridgeline. It takes you all over the place. Pyramid Peak, Mount Mueller. Everything can be accessed through the Spruce Railroad Trail. And I'm really happy to share it with everybody, especially in this amazing format.